8 or 24?
Number 8. 24 was more challenging.
It's Monday, so that means 3 things. 1, I'm not your MCM. 2, it's a Mama Monday. And 3, it's time for the 24 podcast. How you guys doing? I'm your host, the product of Poverty's Environment, the Poe Chuck Paul. Episode 155, KD. Yes, named after Kevin Durant. Oh, we're going to talk about him, but first, how you guys doing? Hope you guys enjoyed your week. I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. I definitely enjoyed mine, being that on Saturday, the Lakers forced a Game 5. Yes, even though Porter had 27, Jokic had 33 and 14 boards, 14 assists, triple-double, and Murray had 22. The Lakers still held it down. Davis had 25, LeBron had 30, Russell had 21, Reeves had 21. After all this shit that people was giving D'Angelo Russell, like he's a max player and whatnot, but he got it done. You know what I'm saying? He didn't shoot a donut this game. He had 4 threes. Reed only had 1. Sheesh. But I always say this: when Anthony Davis ain't taking threes, he's more productive. He took no threes, had 23 rebounds. He was playing like a big man, the way he should be. The Lakers play again tonight at 10 o'clock, Game 5. Hopefully they can force a Game 6. Anything can happen. Because the stats are showing that the Lakers led the majority of the series. They just kept on losing in the fourth quarter. So hopefully, if they get the lead this time around again during Game 5, they can hold it down. Speaking of Game 5s, well, there will be a Game 5 tomorrow on 34th Street in Madison Avenue. Well, 33rd and Madison Avenue, Madison Square Garden. The New York Knicks will be taking on the 76ers for a Game 5, which will hopefully end in the Garden and on to the next round. Because the Knicks came to Philadelphia and spanked the Sixers. Yes. Jalen Brunson, 47 points, 10 assists. OG Anunoby had him beat on lockdown in the fourth quarter. Then after that, my God, this made me so proud watching this. I was going to get tickets. I seen only standing room tickets. Emily was like, nah, I want to go this and the fourth. And also I was worried about going because I was wearing all my Knicks shit. And I was like, I don't want to get killed out there because these fans are motherfucking crazy. But when I seen the way my fellow Knicks fans were celebrating, my God, they were doing this in the arena. Check this out. Oh wait, there's more. Fuck Embiid chants in the Wells Fargo Arena. And Embiid had this to say about it.
Disappointed. I love our fans. Think he's unfortunate, and I'm not calling them out, but it is disappointing. Obviously, you got a lot of Knicks fans, and they're down the road and never seen it. And I've been here for 10 years. Kind of pisses me off, especially because Philly is considered a sports town, so they've always shown up, and I don't think that should happen. It's not okay.
They were snapping Sixer flags and burning Embiid jerseys in the parking lot. My God, it made me so proud being a New Yorker, being a Knicks fan. Ooh, my eyes killing me. Sheesh, this light. Sorry about that. But yeah, I felt so proud. So proud. So hopefully the Knicks get it done tomorrow night. Hopefully the Lakers get it done. Well, not get it done, but force a game 6. I mean, if the Sixers were playing any other team, I'd be rooting for them, but they aren't, so I got to root for my Knicks. And I've always been a diehard Lakers fan, so I'm always going to root for them. So, hey man, in a perfect world, the Knicks would beat the Sixers, then face Indiana, then beat Miami to go to the finals. Beat all the old Knicks rivals, but who knows? We might be seeing Indiana next round because the Bucks are down 3-1. Giannis and Lillard are hurt. See what happens with that. Cleveland and Orlando. I think Orlando plays tonight as well. I think it's 2-1 or 2-2. Let me double check for you guys. I don't like giving out wrong information. Yeah, that series is tied 2-up. So we'll see. Yeah. And moving right along. Ooh, the Suns. The Suns were swept. You had Bradley Beal saying he's never been swept in his life. He'd be damned he gets swept this round. And then you know what happens? They get swept. Hold up. I gotta find this video clip of right here. Look at this.
I'll be damned, man.
Hey, bro.
At least you can laugh at yourself. Especially when you only had 9 fucking points and you're getting paid like what, $60 million I think next year? Like he has one of the worst contracts in the league. The Suns traded all their first round picks from now to 2030. All their second round picks from now to 2030. They got rid of Chris Paul. They got rid of all their depth. To have 2 guards, Beal and Booker, no point guard. Frank Vogel said he prefers to have a point guard. They said no, the point guard will take the ball out the hand of Beal and Booker. The purpose of a point guard is to distribute the ball to Beal, Booker, and KD. And you see, that didn't work. My God, my God. And you got my man, my new favorite player, Anthony Ant-Man Edwards. Whew. Look at this. Look at this guy. This is when I knew the game was over.
10 to shoot. Edwards. Oh, Edwards! A signature slam! Timeout. 2:12 left. 4-point game.
KD and Beal, get the hell out the way. My God. My God. Sheesh. But man, I gotta ask this question. I gotta ask KD this question. I gotta ask him this question. I gotta ask him.
I mean, let's go, KD. Don't you regret not coming to the Knicks? Don't you regret not coming to the Knicks?
Well, do you? Because he left Golden State and went to Brooklyn. And we see how that turned out. And he left Brooklyn. Now he's here in Phoenix. We see how that turned out. And then, this dude, well, I'm not going to say he has the nerve to say, he'll probably say something like, you didn't hear that from me, so don't quote me, but per Shams, Kevin Durant never felt comfortable with his role in Phoenix offense alongside Devin Booker and Bradley Beal this season, per Shams. Those sources said Durant had persistent issues with the offense, feeling that he was being relegated to the corner far too often and not having the proper designs to play to his strength as the offense was built around pick and rolls. The excuses, man. So where's he gonna go now? To the Wolves? Miami? This offseason is gonna be crazy because we're gonna have DeRozan as a free agent, Klay Thompson as a free agent. Is Zach LaVine a free agent? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Mitchell's a free agent. I think LeBron will be a free agent. A lot of guys are gonna be free agents. We're gonna see who's gonna move where. And I think, and Frank Vogel's on the hot seat. I think a lot of coaches are gonna be wary coaching these so-called big threes, because it's a lot of imaginative pressure. These front offices are gutting out teams for 3 max players and just surrounding them with Huey, Dewey, Louie, Grumpy, Happy, and whoever Seven Dwarfs or Scrooge McDuck's nephews that they could find to fill up a goddamn roster. Nobody wants to build from the ground up. You see OKC, what they're doing over there. Hell, even Minnesota, they drafted Cat in AE. A lot of people called them crazy for trading all those draft picks for Rudy Gobert, but it paid off. They have a veteran point guard in Mike Conley. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm loving the NBA playoffs so far, man. Whew. It's going to be a good one. And it's crazy because I predicted the Bucks and Denver in the finals, and that's definitely doesn't look too good. Doesn't look too good. Also, I watched this mini-series-ish called Baby Reindeer on Netflix. It takes place in the UK about it's based on a true story, but names were changed around. The writer, director, creator, comedian, I don't have his real name, but his name in the movie, miniseries, Donnie Dunn, is a comedian who worked part-time at a bar. And he's at this bar, and this big old white woman comes in, and she's sad for whatever reason, starts crying, and he says, hey, you want a drink, whatever? He's like, no. She's like, no, I don't have no money. He's like, you want some water? He's like, nah. He's like, well, tea is on me. He pays for the tea. Then all of a sudden she starts talking, going about how she's a famous lawyer, knows all these famous and interesting people, but she had no money. But then she would come in every single day talking to him. Then started slowly flirting with him. Then she ended up started emailing him. And wonder how he got his email? She went on his website because he's a comedian. And she popped up at one of his shows. And then he ended up following her home to see where she lived because she always talked about how she had all this money and she was rich. She ended up seeing him. Then she came back to the bar. They talked about it and whatnot. I don't want to give away too much, but there's so much fucked up shit in this show. Like, in another instance, I told you he's a comedian. He's doing stand-up at this one location, and then he meets this comedian who said he would promise him some writing gigs and whatnot. So they end up getting cool, and they started getting high together. Went from weed to coke to crack to heroin, all types of shit. And that's when it happened. The comedian, the mentor, started drugging him and raping him. And the crazy thing about it is when he first started hanging out, or doing drugs, when he first got raped by his mentor, he was supposed to hang out with his girlfriend. But Dub there was like, yo, I'm about to do some writing. It's like, you're not even getting paid. And then I think he went on like a 3-day bender with him, and then never went back. He ended up breaking up with his girlfriend, stayed at the house because her mom owned the house, but she let him stay there, whatever. And then he started dating a trans woman, but using a different name because he didn't want nobody to find out who he was. He was kind of ashamed, this, that, and the fourth. He started thinking to himself, well, am I into trans women because I was raped? And that becomes something else. And then he has a nervous breakdown on stage, and he blurts out how the woman was stalking him, how he was thirsty for fame, and then how his mentor ended up sexually assaulting him and whatnot. Yeah, it was crazy. But there's more to it, so definitely check out Baby Reindeer. It's 7 episodes and it's on Netflix. Based on the true story. Allegedly. Also, what I got on the docket, oh man, you know whenever Shannon Sharpe has some shit, it's gonna be something, you know what I'm saying? He had Amanda Seals on Club Shay and she went off on Issa Rae, Emmanuel Ocho, and then she even was talking shit about Shannon Sharpe after the show. You know, I'm upset that he didn't bring up the Myron Rolle incident where she had falsely spread rumors that he sexually assaulted or was sexually harassing multiple women, and then Amanda Seals gave like a half-ass apology when this happened, I think several years ago. This happened in like 2019 or something like that. Hold on, let me get the exact time frame. Is it here? Yeah, it was around 2019. 2019 this happened. So yeah, she claims that multiple women were saying that this man named Myron Rolle, who was a former NFL player, now he's a surgeon, was sexually harassing her via DMs, this, that, and the fourth. And then it turned into, oh no, I didn't say that he was sexually harassing me. I was told by multiple women that he was doing this. But I guess instead of asking him if it was true, she decided to go play telephone and tell other people, oh yeah, this is what he's like, this, that, and the fourth, X, Y, and Z. Which is nasty work. And the crazy thing about it is, during this Shannon Sharpe episode, she mentions how one of the characters on Insecure, I forgot his real name, but I think on the show, he's called Drew. He had a baby with somebody on the show, and everybody was running around talking about it, whispering about it. And she said, even though she wasn't cool with him, she went to him and told him, like, yo, these folks are saying X, Y, and Z about you. And I'm thinking to myself, I think the whole time, like, yo, why didn't she do the same thing to Myron Rolle about these alleged women who she's never brought up or named or put a face to it, who said these things about him, allegedly. One other problem I had with the interview, whatever, not interview, but with something she said, Shannon was asking her about certain things about her upbringing, why people may label her problematic and whatnot, and she says she thinks it's because she's autistic, you know. And then Shannon asked if was she clinically diagnosed, whatever, and she said no, she wasn't. And she got upset because he asked. And then she later on had this to say, which kind of confused me. Hold on. Here we go.
No, I have not been clinically diagnosed by a doctor because I'm not paying $10,000 to do that. And most people will tell you that at this age, you don't need a clinical diagnosis in that sense. And I think that's the other thing. It's like, we are so conditioned here in this nation to really only consider something in one kind of way.
You mean getting a professional diagnosis? Like, I think it's funny because I think that's the same shit that happened with Jada Pinkett. She's like, oh, I have alopecia. Were you diagnosed? Well, my hair is thinning. It could be plenty of other things. You might just have eczema. You might just be stressed. Low iron. Like, there's multiple reasons. You know, I think it's very irresponsible of her also to just say, oh, well, I wasn't clinically diagnosed, but I diagnosed myself. I went on WebMD. You know what I'm saying? It's like, go to a doctor. Get yourself checked out. Especially if you can afford it. Like, Jesus Christ, come on now. Come on, Amanda. One thing I wanted to talk about too, which there was situation that I mentioned, that she had mentioned before on the Breakfast Club, she brought up again on Club Shay, when she was invited to Emmys, Hollywood parties, Black Hollywood party, whatever, and she was invited but denied at the door. A friend got her in, then security came and got her out, this and the fourth. She's like, Issa didn't hold her down, this and the fourth. I'm gonna say this. Sometimes the motherfuckers you work with ain't your friends. I'm sorry. Like, it is what it is. Now, Issa never came out and said her side. She probably doesn't really care too much. She's like, yo, I'm gonna do this, y'all do this. She's probably not the confrontational type, but hey, man, sometimes you gotta, it is what it is. These people are just colleagues. Sometimes that's even a stretch. It's just motherfuckers you work with. You clock in, you clock out, you go home. You know. And also, you gotta look in the mirror sometimes. Sometimes it ain't everybody else. Maybe it's you sometimes. I remember one time I was talking to my homegirl D. I'd be like, yeah, this person's annoying, this and the fourth. She'd be like, well, you annoying too. And I'd be like, yeah, I know. See, the thing is, I can admit it. I can admit when I've gone too far. I can say when I'm wrong. But some people just can't. Some people's ego is like, I can't be wrong. It has to be them. Because sometimes some people cater to some motherfuckers' egos for so long, they believe everything that come out their mouth. And the problem with people using the word unapologetic, it's turned into, I'm going to be rude or ignorant and nobody can tell me anything because that's who I am. That's what the word unapologetic is turning into when folks say, I'm unapologetically X, Y, and Z. It's nasty biz out here. But hey, man, Shannon shouldn't even have had her on her show. Like, I don't think she's like the Shannon Sharpe type of guest. You know what I'm saying? And Shannon is turning his show into a place where people come and air their grievances out on other people. And it's beginning to be a little nasty. It's like, dog, is that what you initially wanted it to be? And everyone who's coming on his show is trying to get their Cat Williams moment now, which is crazy. So yeah, whew. Interesting, I know. Fairly short episode. I know I gave you like 30-something minutes last time, but I wanted to just touch up on the Knicks, Baby Reindeer, Amanda Seals. Oh, and she reposted this about Shannon from someone posted this. She reposted this in her story. This how y'all do black women that actually speak up though. All I can say is Amanda Seals is so poised because she should have ended the interview knocking all that ish off the coffee table because Shannon had her effed up from the jump. This man gave you his platform because he's way more popular than her. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. He was popping before Club Shay, NFL Hall of Famer, 2-time Super Bowl champion. You know what I'm saying? He gave you his space and you go and you leave and you try to shit on him afterwards? See, that's why people don't like you. That's why niggas don't like you. And she's running around doing interviews about the interview right about now. So, hey man, look, I got no horse in this race. I'm just talking about what's trending right now. And what's trending right now is Amanda Seals on Club Shay talking shit. Oh well, better her than me, man. But BMF season finale is next week. We're gonna talk all about BMF. I'm gonna make sure I get into it. I'm gonna dedicate a good 5-10 minutes to BMF. I promise you guys. You know what I'm saying? Before I let go, low management tees are in the shop. Get them now while it's playoff time and it's summertime. Oh man, well, springtime. Well, it was 90 yesterday, so yeah, summertime. Fuck it. So get y'all teas in now. Like I always say, like, share, subscribe, comment. God is good. God is great. Thank God my paper straight. I am the Pochuck Paul. Peace out.